Hi, you're looking at my headless Pi2, which is connected to a power supply, though it's switched off at the moment, and by the green audio lead there to a pair of speakers, which are over here. And the reason I'm showing it to you is that I'm about to boot it, which I'll do by just coming back over here and turning on the power supply there. And you can see if we come back here that it's starting to boot up. And while it's booting up, I'll explain what it's doing. It's actually running a headless SonicPi jukebox, and it's going to be controlled by the program Telegram. I've got the app for Telegram on my phone here, and what I'm going to do is just to come down to the phone, and I'm going to type in the command word ping and send that, and we'll just sit and wait for that. And yes, there's a pong. That shows us that the Pi has finished booting. And we heard a bit of hiss coming from the speakers over here, which was SonicPi going into action. And so now we can actually come down here and we can try a few commands. If I first of all type in list all, oops, there it is, and send that, that gives me a list of all the commands that this will respond to. They're in two parts. There's SonicPi commands at the top. It will respond to HP or HDMI, which will switch between headphones or HDMI for the sound output. At the moment I'm using the analog output, so I've switched to HP. There's a command list, which we'll see in a minute, which will list all of the SonicPi programs which are available to be played. They have a numbered list, and the command play followed by a number will play one of them. And there are two other commands, brand and jig, which are two sets of linked files. In case of brand, there are 7 SonicPi files which can be sent to SonicPi, and they are played linked together one after the other. Each one finishing, sending a cue to the next one, which is synced to the end of the first one, and so on. And then there's the command word stop, which will stop the current SonicPi program from playing. The extra commands of which we've used one already is the word ping, which sent a response pong. Ping in capitals will just re-forward the message we sent back to ourselves. Auto on and off will switch on and off Telegram auto booting when we start the Pi up. And we can reboot or shut down the Pi. And also, if we're using it non-headless, we can put the command word raspi, which will start up raspi config, so that we can do configuration on the via the screen and the keyboard. But that's not appropriate at the moment. So let's start off with another word for my phone goes to sleep. We'll just type the word list there and send that. And you can see here that we've got a list of SonicPi programs. In fact, what I've got in this demo are all of the example files which come with SonicPi. And you may recognize one or two of the names if you've used them before. Let's just take one of them at random. Let's start off with, say, Jungle. And so I'm just going now to type down at the bottom here the command word play. And Jungle we'll see is number 13. So let's play number 13. We just type, oops, I've got 14, play 13. And we'll send that. And it comes back with playing Jungle. And we can hear that coming from the speakers there. So we've got our SonicPi jukebox playing, and we've chosen our first choice. Now we could stop it, or we can just send another play command in its place. I'll do that. Play. And we'll play something perhaps a little softer this time. Let's just choose the command for one of the examples which actually I supplied, which is number 3, Bach. So let's do play 3. We'll send that, and it now says playing Bach, and it starts off playing a little Bach minuet. Just sitting there, headless and minding its own business, and connecting via Wi-Fi to the outside world, and via the speaker lead to the speakers. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do the one brand. That was one of the wired commands, which is going to do a series of linked files together. There are two examples I included. Here's one's Brand, which plays part of a Brandenburg concerto. Here we are, Brandenburg number 5 playing. It starts off with the first file. This actually goes on for several minutes. We won't listen to all of it. And it's got 7 files which are linked together. Okay, so we'll stop that playing by putting the other linked one on. And this is, because it's quite a large file, it won't fit in all the memory at once. And this is going to play a Bach piece using an analog voice of a sampled piano. SonicPi playing this. Okay, so that's an example of what you can do with SonicPi, and we can just finish the whole thing off by saying shutdown. It stops playing, and if we look at the activity on the lights on the Pi2, you can see that we've now lost the Wi-Fi, and we're now back to the solid light, so that's actually switched off, and I could just finally unplug the power supply. There we are, and that's the end of the demonstration of SonicPi Headless Jukebox. Hope you enjoyed it.